And we look forward to this evening's message and words of wisdom. We do welcome Steve as the new director of the Coptic Fellowship, now in his third month of leadership, and has served as on the Coptic Fellowship Board of Directors for a number of years before being appointed to the directorship of the fellowship. He's a Coptic minister, a teacher, and healer, and the founder of the Grey Wolf Healing Therapies. And Steve has helped thousands clear emotional and energetic roadblocks using the Kuro shamans of Peru techniques that he does offer, and will share with us as he sprinkles that in throughout his messages of his presentations. He has published numerous articles, self-improvement and spiritual growth. Steve believes that one's highest goals of life is to know yourself, and that we measure our spiritual progress by the level of inner peace, joy, and love that we feel and express. Come to your senses is his topic tonight, and we look forward to hearing what that's all about as we open up our divine senses, perhaps.
So today, I'm going to talk about coming to your senses. So let's kind of just start out with talking just a little bit about some of the issues and things that we face in our lives. Let's talk about stress. Life is full of situations that can cause stress. A tree could fall on your house, the boss could holler at you. Maybe you don't have enough money to pay the mortgage, or you get in a big argument with a friend or a partner. All of these are really stressful events, right, at the time. But then what happens? Once you get into that stress mode, it keeps on reoccurring. You keep on reliving these experiences over and over. And then as we go through life, every day, new stressful situations come up and they just kind of build. And that stress level within us comes higher and higher and higher. And it's a well-known fact that stress can lead to illness. It'll lower your resistance. And it's just in general not good for your health in general. I mean, you might wake up in the middle of the night thinking about a situation or something and just find it impossible to get back to sleep. And what happens? You're thinking about the same thing over and over again, like that gerbil running on the wheel. So the question is, what is one thing that all of these stresses have in common? All of these stresses come from thinking. It's as if or like we're not even in control of our thinking, but our thinking is controlling us. How many can have experienced that, huh? So, and the thing is, the harder we try to stop thinking, the worse it gets. So we really can't fight it. Or as they say in Star Trek, resistance is futile. And so it's like we're addicted to thinking. And so in honor of this event tonight, I made up a new word. It's a thinkaholic. So if you think of like an alcoholic, they can't stop drinking, or maybe a foodaholic can't stop eating. Well, a thinkaholic cannot stop thinking. The thinking controls them. And I think I could very safely say that probably the most common addiction in the world today is thinkaholism. But from this addiction, other addictions will arise. Like you might drink or eat excessively to escape the mental noise. So if we could get over this thinkaholism, a lot of these other addictions that we have in our lives would fall away. So I'm not saying that thinking is bad when under control, but thinking is like a tool. It's a tool that can be a great advantage. For example, you need to book a vacation or plan your meals for the week. If you can't think, you're not going to be doing too well in the world, right? But thinking is a tool like fire. So fire, when under control, can be used to warm your house in the cold of winter, as I'm sure many of us have our heaters on right now, right? But that same fire can rage out of control and burn your house down if it's out of control. So like the raging fire, the thinkaholic is out of control. And stress can destroy your life and eventually destroy your body. So not many of us want that, I suppose. And another aspect about thinkaholics are that we're usually reliving a past experience over and over again, or worrying about something in the future. So another aspect about all of this thinking is the thinking is it's external to the person right now. So when you're thinking, you're really giving your power away, especially if it's some type of emotional or strong thinking that's making you tense or stressful or emotional in some way. And you don't have any control over it. You know, so many people don't have any control over it. And you can even justify this obsessive thinking by saying something like, well, I better figure this problem out or I'm going to be in big trouble at work tomorrow. So there's no way I can just let it go, and because it's always there. It's eating away at you. So how do we get out of this thinkaholism that is causing us to give our power away and so often causing us to be frantic with worry? We come to our senses. We come to our senses. So now you're probably saying, okay, that's great, Steve. What does this mean? So have you ever really thought about this wise old sayings? You know, I really didn't much until, a few weeks ago, and I thought, well, wait a minute, this is pretty interesting, and I think there's really something here. Well, let's take a look. What are your senses? At least the 5 main ones are touch, taste, sight, hearing, and smell. And then there's arguably some others, but for the sake of this discussion, let's just stick with these right now. So when you think about it, each of these, and probably we all have experience with each of these, that each of these is a doorway to peace, and they are commonly associated with meditative practices in one way or another. So you may have known this, but did you ever really realize their value? So let's just think about them a minute. Let's go a little deeper into this. So sight, sight is very, very big in meditation and in finding peace. We might stare into a candle, or we might visualize an image in our mind, or visualize ourselves in a peaceful place. Hearing, we could listen to soothing music or sounds, and this music brings us peace. Or we might even listen intently to a mantra. That's very big in meditation, where you're hearing this mantra and saying this mantra over and over out loud or in your mind. The sense of smell. We burn incense, and then when we're meditating, we can focus on that smell. Touch or feeling. You might be getting a massage. It brings you into your body. It brings you into peace. When you're feeling your breath moving in and out of your lungs, or when you're focusing or becoming aware on any part of your body, it's another technique to breathe and feel each part of your body. Again, that's the sense of feel. And the sense of taste is not one that we really associate too much, but think about how you feel when you're eating that comfort food that you've eaten all your life that you just love so much. It just brings you into the present, and you have that feeling of feeling good and feeling present. So now let's look at all of these senses and what we've just talked about and focusing on them. What do they have in common? Well, when you're focusing on your senses, you aren't thinking while you're doing it. In fact, you can't think when you're truly focusing on your senses. In fact, a lot of you have come to the Tuesday night event, and we do the shaman fire breath. Well, I would challenge you to try to think when you're doing that shaman fire breath, because you can't. You can't do that breath and think at the same time. And that's one of the reasons I believe that Hamid Bey talks so much about breathing and the breath, because when you're focusing on your breath, you're stepping out of that external world and going internal. It's bringing you into the body. And when you move your focus from the thinking into the body, you're bringing back your power. When you're frantic with someone, when you're blaming somebody, you're just giving your power away to them. You're just not there. But when you're present and feeling your senses, when you come to your senses, come internal, you're bringing your power back to where it belongs within. So, why do some people like extreme activities such as cliff climbing, or some people like sports and things? Because when you're doing like an extreme activity that has potential danger in you, you have to focus all of your physical senses on the game. You can't be thinking about the mortgage that you have to pay, or you're going to get hurt, or if you're cliff rock climbing, you might fall and die. So it forces you out of your mind and into your senses. And so in that way, people that are just regular thinkers love these either competitive sports or extreme activities where it's a little dangerous, or you might be at risk. So when you think about it, why don't we do this more? Why don't we come to our senses throughout the day? And you might say, well, I got a job and I have to work and it takes focus and it's really consuming me. So my work is so busy that I don't have time because I can't be distracted at work. I've got to think about my work and all the problems that are there, deadlines. I got to do this. I didn't do this right. I want to get that raise. I need money, blah, blah, blah. But I don't believe that this is an either or situation. You can come to your senses and do your job also, or you could go through your day if you're retired. But you can do this by just giving some of your attention to your senses or within, and the rest of your attention to your work. It might take a few minutes every hour and do some conscious breathing, or focus on a mantra, or like Course in Miracles says, every hour maybe focus on one of their sayings or whatever. Because thinking is a habit. It's a habit we all have. And it may be normal to us, but it's not natural to us. And you can change that habit anytime you want. And you're not going to do it by resisting, because we've already discussed that. We know that resistance is futile. The more you try to fight the thinking, the stronger it's going to get. But you can gain it. You can change your habit by focusing on something else, by focusing within. And the more you focus within on what's going on right here, the easier it will be to live in both of those worlds, in the world, in the physical world, and in our inner peaceful world. So let's do meditation and see what all this is about. Let's do a meditation inside. So everyone just get comfortable in your chair, and just take a few deep breaths. And this is going to be a meditation of the senses. So just relax. Feel the breath moving in and out of your lungs. Big deep breath all the way down to the toes. Feel that breath going down into your toes. Blow it out with ah. And I want you all to think about the color red. See your body as red. Your bones are red. Your skin is red. Your hair is red. Feel the red inside of your mouth. Taste what red tastes like. Listen to the red, the color red. Does it have a sound? And if you don't hear a sound, just listen with your ears for a moment, while at the same time experiencing the red as if you're listening to something in the distance. And smell the color red. What does it smell like? And then the red slowly fades away and we come to orange. Feel your body as orange. Your lungs are orange, your skin is orange, your hair is orange, your muscles are orange. In and out, you're all orange. And the orange is flowing through your being. Feel the orange. Taste the orange. Maybe you taste an orange in your mouth right now, whatever orange represents to you. And feeling it bringing your body into balance, into peace, as you become more and more relaxed with every breath. Listen to the sounds of orange and smell the orange. Becoming more and more relaxed into the body. As we move to yellow, feel the yellow throughout your body. Your feet are yellow. Your legs are yellow. Your body's yellow. See the yellow. Taste the yellow. What does it taste like? Maybe it tastes like a lemon to you. Hear what the yellow might sound like. And if you don't hear anything, just listen to nothing as if you're trying to hear something in the distance. And smell the yellow. And next, the yellow fades as we go to green. Feel the green flowing through your body. Beautiful, healing green. Such a wonderful color. Smell the green. Maybe it smells like fresh cut grass. Hear the green. Taste the green. All the while taking deep breaths. Experiencing the breath coming in as if you're breathing in green air into your lungs. Soothing, healing, balancing. And now the color green fades away and the color comes to blue. And by now your body is so relaxed. Feel the blue flowing through your veins. Your skin is blue, the healing color of blue, bringing your body into balance. Taste the blue. Listen to what blue might sound like in the distance. And finally, smell it. As we shift and the blue fades away into indigo, and our entire body is indigo, becoming so relaxed, so peaceful. See the indigo throughout your body, your feet, your legs, your arms. Listen to the sound of indigo. Smell the indigo, taste the indigo. As the indigo slowly fades and violet becomes the color of your being, inside and out, you're in a bubble of violet light. So peaceful. You are one with yourself. You are one with the world. Smell the violet. Taste the violet. Listen to the violet. And the violet slowly fades away as you become a being of white light. White light in and out of your body, radiating out from your heart like you're a beacon in the night. Taste the white light. Listen to its beautiful music. Smell the white light. So when we come to our senses, we stabilize, come back into our power, and we experience peace. Wouldn't you like to feel this peace you are feeling right now, throughout the day, every day? In the Bible, in Luke chapter 17, verses 20 and 21, some Pharisees asked Jesus when the kingdom of God would come. His answer was, the kingdom of God does not come in such a way as to be seen. No one will say, look, here it is, or there it is, because the kingdom of God is within you. Ponder this. The kingdom of God is within. Coming to your senses is bringing your awareness within. Therefore, coming to your senses is the same as entering the kingdom of God. Your life, your choice. How do you want to spend your time? Living in worry, giving your power away as a thinkaholic, or living in peace within your body in the kingdom of God? It's time now that we all came to our senses. Thank you. Thoughts, questions?
Still basking in the white light. Relaxation. Thank you, Steve. Coming to our senses, I wish we could just take the time during our workday and our busy lives just to refocus on that in a snapshot in 5 minutes. So thank you. Any questions, as Steve said, or comments of his incredible presentation of coming back to our senses?
Great job, Steve. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Very nice. I was very at peace.
Mm-hmm.
And just think we could be this way all the time. How about that?
Mhm.
I was so relaxed.
It was a great reminder of who we really are deep down inside. Especially, I loved your quote from the Bible about the kingdom of God is within. Thank you, Steve.
Very powerful.
Oftentimes, we try so hard to go to beautiful places, and we travel around and journey throughout the universe in our minds, and everything we need is all right here.
We don't have to go to the Himalayas.
I wouldn't mind doing that though. Yeah. Good. Anybody have any other experiences you'd want to share or thoughts?
I just really enjoyed the whole event, Steve. I mean, Hamid Bey, come on. I mean, this guy's off the charts as far as I'm concerned in spirituality. And but we have so much to learn as souls. We're all eternal, I believe. As I've read from various people like Alan and Steve and Claudia, I learned so much from everybody, and especially Mike and Nancy, and I see Lauren. What I'm saying is that I love you all, and God bless you, Steve. Congratulations again on being director. I'm 110% behind you, man. Just call on me. Let me know what you want. I'll do it, man. No problem. Okay.